The government of Canada has officially listed Bishnoi Gang as a terrorist entity under the criminal code. That's the big breaking right here on News9. Government of Canada says the decision comes in response to the gang's acts of violence, intimidation and terror targeting specific communities. With this designation now, all property, vehicles and funds linked to Bishnoi Gang in Canada will be frozen or seized. The Government of Canada says the listing will enhance security, intelligence and law enforcement efforts, ensuring safer communities and providing legal tools to prosecute those who knowingly support or associate with the gang. So, Bishnoi Gang, a serious crackdown in Canada. Canada government now officially listing Bishnoi Gang as a terrorist entity. Several threats and executions have happened under Bishnoi's name. Now, whether it's really linked to the Bishnoi Gang or not, there's hardly been concrete evidence. But Bishnoi Gang lately have unleashed terror and often claimed responsibility for that. The latest was the Baba Siddiqui's assassination. And here you have Canada government deciding to term the Bishnoi Gang a terrorist entity. Let me quickly... Sneha Koshi joins me on the phone line. Sneha, please bring us a little more in detail on Bishnoi Gang. Canada government deeming them as a terrorist entity, but what about India?
Well, Nabila, this is a big development and clearly indicates how there seems to be a reset of ties between Canada and India. Remember, this is not the first such case. It's the second such case where Canada seems to be acting on what India's demands have been. So this is a very big development. Now, what is this development really? The Minister of Public Safety in Canada himself has announced that the government of Canada has listed the Bishnoi Gang as a terrorist entity under Canada's criminal code. And they've gone on to say that this is because they have targeted specific communities to create a climate of fear and intimidation. So this is a big development that's coming and has very strategic importance for how ties of India and Canada are shaping up. It is very symbolic, a second big move over the last 2 weeks for that matter. Now, what does this really mean, Nabila, in terms of how is action going to be enforced against the Bishnoi Gang? One, anybody who's seen supporting the Bishnoi Gang itself is going to be under scanner. There's going to be action against them. They are going to be liable against the Canadian law for any action against them. There's going to be financial, anything related to financial, travel or recruitment regarding the Bishnoi Gang or any supporters with them is also going to be under the scanner. Remember, they have been targeting prominent community members from businesses as well as cultural figures, issuing threats as well as attacking them. So all of this
Just a question on Bishnoi Gang and their status in India. Would we know if they are deemed as a terror entity in India?
There are different categories of terror entities when it comes to how India lists them as well. But India has been asking for action against Bishnoi community, especially for what they have been seeing as extremist actions against several Bishnoi leaders and gangsters. So that is something that India has been time and again asking for.
Thank you very much for joining us with those details. Remember, Lawrence Bishnoi is in a prison in India, but seems like his network is all over, placed largely in Canada. And here you have Canadian authorities deeming his gang a terrorist entity.